Okay, good morning everybody. We're back again to finish our part 2 of our tissue painting and line drawing. This is the piece that we did the last video from video 1, and as you can see it's dried and it's covered with these little pieces of tissue paper. So what you're going to do now, after it's completely dry, is you're going to pull all of these pieces of tissue off. And usually you can just kind of give it a little touch and it will come. But some of the pieces may stick really well and you have to pull them off. So I'm just going to take these and put them in my garbage can really quickly. You can also save those papers. Sometimes at school I'll save them and use them for other things. Of course, most of the pigmentation is gone from them, so they're really more of a texture thing. But as you can see, now our tissue paper has transferred its pigmentation to the watercolor paper. And of course, we still see our white dots that we put on the outside, like a border, and our black crayon. Now, in the process of this video, I realized I had planned on drawing on it with white and black in the center and then doing the paper, but then I got a little distracted having so much fun. So now I'm going to show you what the other option you can do. You could have done your drawing with the crayon before you did the paper, but you can also just have fun drawing on this with a Sharpie. So for today's tutorial, really all you're going to need is either a crayon or a Sharpie or both if you want. And I'm going to show you another piece that I did right after it before we leave to show you how this can be adapted to something a little bit more advanced. This is going to be super simple because sometimes the best art is really fun kid art that's really simple and easy. So I've got my Sharpie. I've sort of had a couple different ideas, but I thought we would do like a kid's portrait. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a face shape like an egg. And then I'm going to make a nose and have our kids put their eyes in. And then maybe do some details. I'm going to give this person an eyelid and some eyelashes. But your kid can do anything that your kid wants to do. And it's really fun and easy. And your kids' drawings will be infinitely better than mine. And the reason why kids' art is so good is that it is simple and they do not have any inhibitions. So they just do it. They just make it happen. So now we need to do some hair. So your hair can be really simple. And you can see how fun and easy this can be. And just let your kid experiment. With the direction of the hair. You could draw a cat. You could even do your quarantine, your stick people on here if you wanted to. And just use your creative vibe to get the kind of picture that makes you happy. So kid drawings are super simple and they're really cool. Maybe she has a mole and maybe she's wearing a necklace. So this is a quick way to do a cartoon portrait of sorts with a really fun, playful background. But as you know, you can play with this for quite some time and come up with some really cool drawings. And I'm going to show you in just a second how you might make this a little bit more complex for older kids. Okay, so there's another technique. I was sort of playing around with it to discover it, but I can do a video on it. If anybody wants to see how that's done, you guys can just leave me a comment and I'll work on it, make a video for it. But as you can see, it's really quick. This would be a great way to illustrate a story, I think. Very cool. So it's that easy. And kids are awesome because they'll be able to come up with something so playful and fun that'll look really good. But you can also, if you're really good at drawing, you could take a little time on it, spend a little bit more time than I did. And it really is adaptable to many different age levels. So what if you didn't want to do a person, but maybe you wanted to do like some sort of a flower pattern or something like that in the background? You could just draw flowers if you wanted to. Or draw a vase on a table. I mean, really, anything you want to draw. It's pretty cool. So maybe she's standing in front of a flowered wallpaper. Something like that. Anyway, you get the idea. Sky's the limit. And I'm going to show you, before we get off of here, I will show you the other technique. What I did with the other technique, boy, I was really sloppy on that guy, wasn't I? The other the other picture that I did, I was looking at Gustav Klimt because I really like him. And I had saved a picture to my phone and I thought, ooh, I want to try something like that with this technique. I wasn't sure exactly how it would work. So anyway, I drew the picture, an outline with crayon, and I did a little bit more crayon work on the Gustav Klimt, the one inspired by him. And then I took pieces of tissue paper and laid it very specifically, exactly how I wanted it to look. Laid it like so where the drawing is here, I laid the tissue paper in very specific places and had a color placement that was really cool. Anyway, I'm just goofing around now. So you get the idea. And this might be my worst video because I'm having so much fun. I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying. Do you guys ever do that? Anyway, I want to show you that next. Now you have a fun little portrait. Your kid could draw themselves. They could draw a family with a father and mother and a cat or dog, or they could, really draw anything. It's really fun. You could even just do designs if you wanted. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. This is pretty cool. Now we're going to show you this other one. This is the Gustav Klimt that I did. And what I did was I did just regular crayon and I colored the whole surface with these squiggles of yellow. I don't know if you can see it very well. I might have to, let me see what the camera view is showing. I might need to pull it up close so you can see. You can see the swirls I did with yellow. And then I drew with black and white and different colors. And I created this robe with this guy's head and the woman's face. In the woman's face, I drew it and then I filled in some of the parts of it with white so that it would still be light, even if something got on top of it. And I took the tissue paper pieces and I laid them very specifically in certain parts. I did yellow all around the outside, some orange. I let some reds drip on there for different colors, but I didn't actually leave the reds on there. I just let them drip onto the surface and create this sort of mottled look. But these, I actually laid pieces down inside of this piece to create the cool patterning on the long blanket or robe. Okay, so this was really fun. I hope you'll enjoy it. Now, if you guys like this and you want to see more like this, let me know. I can show this technique in a video too. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more picky than the other one. So I took pieces, like little pieces like this, and I would tear and I would set it right where I wanted it to be on the wet paper to kind of create the look that I wanted for this robe or blanket. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed doing our tissue paper painting. We have a very wide range of uses for this. You can do some really detailed painterly things, or you can do really simple cartoon drawings on top of it. It's a really fun technique and super easy, and it's a wonderful art project. So I hope you will try it out. I will see you next time. Have a great day, and don't forget to create every single day.